Good as gold. Disney's Out and About with Pooh, a grow and learn library. Good as gold. One drizzly day, Winnie the Pooh decided to stay inside and count his honey pots. I know I had 3 pots of honey yesterday, he said to himself, so I should have 3 pots of honey today. Pooh opened his cupboard and counted slowly. 1, 2, he said out loud. 2. Pooh repeated, scratching his head. Oh, bother. I seem to be missing number 3. I wonder where it could be. Just then, Roo hopped through the door. Come and see the rainbow, Pooh, the little kangaroo called, hopping up and down. Pooh forgot all about his missing honey pot and followed his friends outside. There he found Owl and Tigger gazing up at the sky. Owl said, Did I ever tell you what my Uncle Midas said about rainbows? He said there's a pot of gold at the end of every one. What's gold? Roo asked. Gold is something valuable, Roo, Owl explained. Something anyone would like to have a lot of. Like honey, Pooh said hopefully. Not exactly, Owl replied, puffing out his chest. Gold is a shiny yellowish. That sounds like honey, Pooh interrupted. Well, it's not, said Owl, becoming annoyed. I'm sorry, Pooh, said Owl, for he remembered that Pooh, being a bear of very little brain, sometimes needed extra help understanding things. Let me explain in this way, he said. Gold is a precious metal. It's so precious that you can trade it for things you want. Like honey, Pooh couldn't help saying. I suppose, said Owl, trying to be patient. And so it was that Owl, Pooh, Tigger, and Roo went in search of the pot at the end of the rainbow. As the friends hurried through the forest, hoping that the rainbow wouldn't disappear before they found the gold, they ran into Piglet. Hello, Piglet, said Pooh. We're searching for a pot of gold. Gold is shiny, Roo chimed in, and more precious than honey. Piglet was disappointed. Oh, he said, you probably won't want to share it then. Nonsense, said Pooh. The more, the merrier, said Al. For all we know, there's a huge pot of gold just waiting for all of us. As the friends hurried along, Piglet asked, Pooh, do you know where the end of the rainbow is? No, said Pooh. I was following you. But I was following Roo, said Piglet. Roo pointed at Tigger. But I was following him, the little kangaroo said. From up here, Owl called down to them. The rainbow looks like it ends at Pooh Sticks Bridge. Suddenly, Piglet noticed something shiny beneath a tree. Oh, he cried, I found the gold. Piglet's friends eagerly hurried over to the glittering object and gathered around. I'm sorry, Piglet, said Owl, but I'm afraid what we have here is not a pot of gold, but, well, a rock. Pooh saw that Piglet was embarrassed. But it's a very nice rock, he said kindly. Here, Piglet, you keep it. Thank you, Piglet said, taking the rock in his hand. The sunlight glinted off some shiny flecks all over its surface. Why, it is nice, Piglet said cheerfully. I think I'll put it on my dresser. They continue on their way. After a while, Tigger felt a crunch beneath his feet. Oops, he said. I stepped on something. The others glanced at the ground. Oh dear, said Piglet. You stepped on a robin's egg. Yes, but it's empty, Pooh announced happily. Look, here are more empty shells. The babies must have hatched and flown away with the mother. Look at what a bright blue these eggs are, said Tigger. They even have speckles on them, like someone splashed them with paint. They are pretty, aren't they? Said Pooh. Yup, and I'm going to take one home with me, said Tigger. That blue makes me feel all bouncy. But Roo was more interested in the nest in the grass. May I keep it? He asked. Since the robins are finished with it, I don't see why not, said Owl. And so, carefully carrying their newfound treasures, the friends continued their search for the pot of gold. As they approached Pooh Stick's bridge, Roo looked up and said, "Uh-oh, the rainbow's disappearing." "Hurry, everyone," Owl cried. "Spread out and look for the pot of gold. There's no time to lose." Owl flew across the bridge and began searching on the other side. Tigger, Roo, and Piglet put down what they were carrying and scrambled down the bank. Pooh ran to the middle of the bridge and looked at the water below, just in case the pot of gold had fallen in. After a moment, Pooh cried, "Roo, do you see something by the bridge?" "It's a pot," Roo called excitedly. Owl hurried over as Pooh ran across the bridge, then slid down the bank. When Pooh reached his friends, he saw a disappointed look on all their faces. Then he saw the pot. It was not full of gold, but full of honey. "Oh," Pooh cried happily, "it's number 3. "Number 3, muttered Owl, frowning. "Yes," Pooh continued, "it's my missing honey pot. I was counting my honey pots this morning, and I only had 2. This is number 3. "But what is it doing here?" a grumpy owl asked. "I left it here yesterday," Pooh explained. "I must have forgotten it when I packed up my picnic things." "I know we didn't find the pot of gold," Piglet declared brightly, "but we collected lots of treasures, like this shiny rock." "And some bright blue robin eggs," said Tigger. "In a wonderful nest," said Roo. "In my missing honey pot," said Pooh, grinning. Owl grumbled. "That may be well and good for you, but I didn't find anything." All at once, Pooh had an idea. He took the honey pot, number 3, and tipped it upside down until he had eaten every last bit of honey inside. "Wait here," he said, hurrying into the woods. A short while later, he returned, his honey pot overflowing with red, blue, green, and yellow berries. "You may not have found a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but now you have your very own rainbow in a pot of gold," said Pooh proudly. "So I do," said Owl, admiring the beautiful rainbow-colored berries in the golden-colored pot before him. As the merry group headed home, Owl cleared his throat. "Did I ever tell you what my Uncle Midas said about good friends?" he asked. "No, what?" wondered Pooh. "They're as good as gold," replied Owl. And Pooh and his friends had to admit they were feeling very rich indeed. The end. Bill Martin Jr., Eric Carle. Brown bear, what do you see? Brown bear, what do you see? I see a bird looking at me. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Green frog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. Purple cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. White dog, what do you see? I see a black sheep looking at me. Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. Goldfish, what do you see? I see a teacher looking at me. Teacher, what do you see? I see children looking at me. Children, what do you see? We see a brown bear, a red bird, a yellow duck, a blue horse, a green frog, a purple cat, a white dog, a black sheep, a goldfish, and a teacher looking at us. That's what we see. The ant and the grasshopper. In a field, one summer day, a grasshopper was hopping about, chirping and singing to his heart's content. Chirp, 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 chirp. An ant passed by, carrying an ear of corn he was taking to the nest. "Why not come and chat with me?" said the grasshopper, "instead of working so hard in the hot sun." I am helping to store food for the winter, said the ant. And I suggest you do the same. Why worry about winter? Said the grasshopper. We have plenty of food right now. Yum, 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 yum. Good tasting food. But the ant went on its way and continued its work. When winter came, the grasshopper had no food. Oh no! Meanwhile, the ants had plenty to eat from the food they had stored. Then the grasshopper understood it is best to prepare for the days of need. The turtle and rabbit race. A rabbit was one day making fun of a turtle for being so slow. Do you ever get anywhere? He asked with a laugh. Yes, replied the turtle, and I get there sooner than you think. I'll race you and prove it. The rabbit laughed and said, a race with you? That's easy. But he agreed to race just for fun. They asked a fox to mark the path and the finish line. When the race started, the rabbit ran very fast, almost out of sight. But he soon stopped and said, that turtle is so slow. I have plenty of time. I'll take a nap. Shoo, shoo, shoo. While the rabbit slept under a tree, the turtle kept walking slowly, steadily, and without stopping. Soon the rabbit woke up and dashed towards the finish line. But when he arrived, the turtle had already crossed it. The rabbit was too late. Rabbit, I told you I will beat you, and I did. Rabbit was so sad. Why did I have to sleep? The end.